If you've ever seen a Pokemon YouTuber, you've probably heard of a Nuzlocke. A Nuzlocke is a self-imposed challenge that players will choose to participate in, so that baby easy goo goo gaga video games turn into a paradise for masochism.
Oh no, he likes it!
To boil it down, the rules state that anytime a Pokemon is knocked out in combat, they are dead in a casket, on God, no cap, on a stack for the rest of time. If you run out of Pokemon, you lose the run and are thrown into the internet's hall of shame for the rest of your life. So yeah, the stakes are high. But what if you took this rule set and applied it to another game? A game that everybody and their pet snow crabs love dearly. Yo, this shit kinda bussin'. That's right, it's Wii Sports, baby! In the Wii Sports Nuzlocke, your goal is to reach professional level or over 1,000 skill points in every sport. However, if you lose a match or lose points, your Mii is going to lose HP. If they lose 3 times, they're dead and will be completely wiped off of the Wii forever. At that point, you'll lose all your progress for that sport and have to start from scratch. I decided to be limited to 6 Miis, giving me 1 for each sport, but apparently, I don't know how to count. I can't even read! I started off my journey and knew that I needed to assemble a team of champions. I purchased a fresh but used Wii, excited to wipe it clean, both figuratively and literally, because who knows where this thing has been. I took a look at the Mii channel, ready to enact a bit of a virtual massacre, when suddenly... Okay, so, first of all, who are these? Squirt? What the fuck? Bro, f***ing Squirt? That's the first one? A key part of Nuzlocking is not knowing what your final team is going to look like. Your Pokemon encounters are random, so of course, the Miis had to be randomly chosen as well. And that's why I wasted 4 hours of my precious lifespan creating 32 of the stupidest looking Miis you will ever see in your lifetime. We got Shrek, we got Joe Biden, we got myself, we have the turtle I ran over on the highway that day, and oh! Hi there. I spun this wheel to choose random Miis, and it created a force to be reckoned with. We have some of the goats of the internet on this team right here. We got Jerma 985, we got Moist Critical, Lightning McQueen, Mike Trout, Pikachu, and Markiplier.
Was that the bite of 87?
I truly knew in that moment that we were going to win it all. You know, honestly, Markiplier is, I hate to say it, I think he might be the weakest one out of all of them we got, but that's okay, because I know he's gonna prove me wrong. Well, hopefully that doesn't bite me in the ass. And with the squad assembled, it was finally time to get started. My chat decided Markiplier should lead the way. I was hesitant at first, but a couple of easy wins reassured me that everything is going to go as planned. Little did I know, tennis slowly morphs into the 5th circle of hell. It's all hunky-dory at first, but zoink Scoob, they start throwing in Davis World Cup champions at level 600! Although it isn't fair, Markiplier had to persevere. And now's probably a good time to mention that I hadn't played this game for several years at this point. I was honestly super rusty and just kinda goofing around, but when I started hitting these higher ranks, I was getting salty. Yeah, things weren't looking good for Markiplier. But hey, I mean, at least the points are still going up.
Oh my
What
goodness.
the fuck? Let me introduce a key player into the court. Theo. This man with the biggest forehead I've ever seen is the rookie killer, an absolute obstacle that plagues anyone he comes into contact with. He's the New World, the Gus Fring, the final Elite Four member before the champion. It didn't matter what I threw at him, he seemingly had an answer for everything. After one final flub, this game went to Theo. Now, even with 2 losses in a row, if he just wins 1, maybe 2 more matches, then we'd be done with tennis for good. My chat convinced me to switch the match format from best of 5 to a single game, because it will slightly lower the difficulty of the opponents I'm up against. Pray for Markiplier here. If Markiplier dies here, we have to redo all of tennis. Things were looking up. Until my Mii swings the wrong direction, my opponent hits a ridiculous shot, and I knock the ball into outer space 2 times, thus concluding the quickest tennis match of my lifetime, embarrassing myself, losing a single professional point, and oh yeah, Markiplier is fucking dead. After the initial shock, I, a grown-ass man with grown-ass man responsibilities, proceeded to yap about how bad the controls are for 5 minutes, and then we began the first funeral of our Nuzlocke. You did good, brother. See you on the other side. In the first hour of this run, tennis quickly became my biggest fear, and I was not in the right headspace to climb this mountain again, only to get hit by the roaring avalanche that is Theo. So let's take it to an easy sport. Bowling and golf are the two solo sports, games where there really is no win or lose, so all I had to do was make it to professional level without making any dumb mistakes. If my points go down, it does still count as losing HP, but I was feeling pretty good about my bowling abilities. I don't know how many nights I spent as a child playing bowling with the family, sitting on the couch, getting smacked in the face by my dad's elbow. Good times. And with that, it's time for Lightning McQueen to take the wheel. Wow. After bowling a solid first game, I knew we didn't have much to worry about. Spare after spare, strike after strike, I was coasting like a rich kid getting admitted to USC in 2017. It was going swimmingly. And then I opened up a game with this. Oh, man, that is not a good sign. That surely... Come on, man! Yeah, that was unnecessary. But I was just being a little silly Willy. You know me, I'm just a little goofy guy. Another quick round, and I finally completed my first sport. Good old Kirchu shined up his newest gym badge and went to rest. But don't worry, because this won't be the last you see of Lightning McQueen. And this won't be the last you see of me if you hit that subscribe button. I take a long-ass time to make these videos, so hey, make sure you don't miss out on the next one. Without further ado, let's get back into the Nuzlocke.
Strike!
It was a new day, and I was ready to get another W. I told you kind of look like Garfield. I learned my lesson in tennis, and there was no way that I was gonna go into baseball without any sort of training. I knew my basics, but I was big fat booty butt cheeks at hitting the ball, you know, which is kinda like half of the game. At a certain point, I realized that missing the ball in training mode was just lowering my self-confidence more than my high school prom date that disappeared 30 seconds into get low. So now's as good a time as any, I suppose. The coolest thing about baseball is that your team is made up of random Miis from your console. So sure, Pikachu's the leader, but the true home run is the friends we made along the way. The worst thing about baseball is the bullshit CPU players that I swear have magnets in their mitts. The difference in ability is just staggering, and it gets worse in later levels. Maybe you should just get good? I'll try. Okay? You suck plus L plus ratio plus you look like Garfield. Just leave, man. Just go. Our journey climbing the baseball ladder was actually going alright, except for one little game, but we don't talk about that one. Pikachu was around level 600, and I felt relieved. If I can get through this one easily, then we'll have plenty of Miis left for the Coliseum fight to death that is tennis. But alas, my hubris caught up to me. Nintendo was about to hand me the spankings of my life, and not the good kind. The next match was against Tyrone, a man who was definitely a serial killer, and a man that is determined to castrate my sweet innocent little friend. Started out rough, and I only got a single point in the first inning. I could feel the bad juju emanating from this monster as his stupid little icon just stared into my soul. It was a close match, and my forehead was dripping with sweat. But so was his? Why would he be nervous when he's about to smack me in the ass and call me little baby Pookie Bear? And this moment is when I made a massive discovery. Throughout this challenge, I've noticed a number of Miis start huffing and puffing as the game goes on. They overexert themselves, thus making them easier to play against. In tennis, they won't be able to travel as far to reach outside shots, and in baseball, they start throwing easier pitches. Before, it was pure luck if they were going to throw some BS, splitter nonsense, or a simple fastball. But with this newfound knowledge, I was able to create a pretty solid strategy. Unfortunately, the current match was too far gone, and I wasn't able to put this to use. But in the rematch against Tyrone, I started to hit as many foul balls as I could. Each time Tyrone throws a pitch, he'll lose a little bit of energy, So if I can stall out the game as long as possible, he'll get tired just halfway through the match. And this gives me way more opportunities to hit home runs, and it gives me just a little bit of hope. Enough to persevere. I don't exactly have that much stamina, but hey, if I can outlast Tyrone, I can do anything. The beginning was a repeat of our last go-around, but I wasn't gonna let Pikachu die this easy. After demolishing Tyrone, we went straight for the jugular against Normie SpongeBob himself, and after that, whoo, we are almost there! One more good game, and we are done with our second sport. You know, we're totally fine, as long as we don't run into... No. No, 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 no! Maybe I should stop talking about how close we are to winning. It's like I summoned him with some Harry Potter Expecto Theorem shit. And with that, it was time to say goodbye to our good friend, our sweet little guy, Pikachu. Baseball is, quite frankly, abhorrent. So let's play some motherfreaking golf. Oh! Oh! She golf on my Nuzlocke till I Wii Sports. Good one. I'm not gonna lie, golf is easy as balls in this challenge. You have 3 difficulty options, beginner, intermediate, and expert, each including 3 different courses. But if you're a goated golfing gamer like myself, you can just take on all 9 courses at once. Golf was a wonderful change of pace. Kind of like a rainy day in a coffee shop or taking a shit 3 days into a Taco Bell cleanse. Just really satisfying. It was a grind fest, but it was a calming grind fest. 2 hours of golf later, and I was 90% of the way there. Now, you might be wondering, if golf is so easy, why are you spending time talking about it? I could maybe do this. I always go too hard. Oh, shit. Well, out of bounds can be a bit of a bitch. Oh! I need to stop getting so cocky in this video game. I had to be much more careful from here on out. McQueen had 2 strikes now, but I just had a feeling that his time wasn't up. I need to make sure he gets out of golf alive, no matter what. Time for one more round. And I played out of my frickin' mind. On the last hole, I was at -3. If I can get par here, I'll set a new record for myself and give McQueen's golf journey the proper send-off it deserves. It all comes down to this risky shot. It's a bad idea. Oh, I think I made it. I think I made it. I think I made it. Let's go! There we go. Okay, bogey, that's fine. Oh, I got par! -3 on all 9 holes. Now that is good. That is really good. Oh! Yeah, baby! Woo! Kerchu with his f***ed up little face is now a 2-time Wii Sports champion. We still have boxing, baseball, and tennis to worry about, but we have 3 superstars who have yet to make an appearance. Fight! The true final boss of Wii Sports Boxing is not at level 1000. He's not right at professional level. In fact, he's 500 points into professional level. And he is none other than your mentor, your training master, your sensei, Matt. Since my boxing resume was looking as thin as my patience for my mom's dogs whenever they start barking at literally nothing, I had to do some research. I sifted through the annals of YouTube's Wii Sports archive, searching for the video, the piece of media that would transform my gameplay into that of a champion.
Hello, welcome to 5-Element Boxing. We start now. Hey! Before I can teach you techniques of 5 elements, controller must become extension of your mind.
Is this racist? This time capsule of a video, even with its potentially problematic packaging, is honestly the best resource on the internet for learning how to play Wii Boxing. Its 5 elements methodology is actually based on Xinyi Xuan, a style of Chinese martial arts and Tai Chi. I didn't think about it too much at the time, but it's seriously a really cool piece of culture that I would have never learned about if it weren't for this stupid ass video game challenge. This video breaks up your different moves into 5 elements. There's wood, a series of standard punches, water, an uppercut, metal, a right or left hook, earth, moving back and forth and punching with the inside fist, and fire, using one hand to protect your face while attacking with the other. The key to boxing is to weave all these techniques together depending on your situation. So if your opponent tries to hit you with a risky metal style, counter it with earth and punish their move. Crazy video aside, this tutorial was pivotal in my boxing journey. I hopped into training mode, but the only thing it had left to offer was a glimpse into our future. Matt, I will be victorious. Our boxing champion of this run was none other than Mike Ehrmantraut, a beast of a man and kid-named Finger himself. And whoo doggy, was he ready to cause some concussions. The key difference between boxing another player and climbing the CPU ranks is the introduction of the close dodge mechanic. Anytime you narrowly avoid a hit, time slows down and you can land a massive counterattack. So yeah, I'm gonna abuse it. All you really need to do is perfect your timing and land some easy punches. So the best strategy for boxing is cock. Consistent or confirmed knockouts. What? Through my lesson in Xinyi Xuan and now real experience in the ring, I developed my own fighting style. Dodging and weaving, waiting for the perfect moment of strike, a true mixture of wood and air style. Domain expansion. Eternal leaf blower. Too bad it's actually wood and earth style, and my Chad and I just completely got it wrong when we came up with the name. But what? It sounds cool, right? We had no issues, and we're zooming through this sport until we hit this indestructible wall of a man named Shota. This dude could get hit by a semi-truck going 80 miles an hour down a highway, get up, and just walk it off. I knocked him down and down again, but he kept resurrecting like he was the 5th coming of Jesus H. Christ. Die! Holy shit! What the hell? What? We couldn't even fully take him down in the first game. Luckily, the judges took mercy on my weary soul and gave me the win anyways. In our second round against him, I finally got the final hit. And after this, we were in the clear. Sure, we had a couple close calls around the high range, but no one could take us down. Now that we're officially a pro, and with no losses so far, we are this close to our goal. There. Just like that. Let's go. And now, it's time to fight for our crown. The odds were stacked against me, and it felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders. Matt went down, but it wasn't enough. I'm losing focus. This isn't good. Was all this even worth it? All the training, all the sacrifice, did it all go to waste? No. You're stronger than this, because you're not alone. Amidst the shadows, I felt their presence lifting me off the ground. Their voices, they're beautiful. They aren't just comrades. We are a family. With the words of my brothers empowering my every move, it was time for us to go beyond the limits of our own power. Let's go Ultra Leaf Blower style! Okay, he's not down, I don't think. Is he down?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh yeah, baby! Woo! And just like that, we've become the king of Wii Sports Boxing. 0 losses and 0 competition. Honestly, I can't believe I never played much of this mode as a kid. The multiplayer, let's be real, it's mid. But fighting against the CPUs using this perfect dodge and counterattack mechanic, it makes you feel like a shonen protagonist, dude. But we weren't done. All things considered, we are in a pretty good spot. We got 2 more sports and 3 1/3 characters ready to take them on. It just so happens that baseball and tennis are the Dark Souls 2 of Wii Sports. Hard and janky. Just like my penis. If I was going to redeem myself and win this whole thing, I needed to do some training. But even more importantly, I needed to look like a champion. I decided to start out with the man of moisture himself, Charlie Critical. Our training helped out a ton, and I felt like I understood a lot about how the ball physics work in this video game. I always have been good with my balls. Spin control, power shots. I felt like I unlocked a new skill tree that made my experience, above all else, way more frustrating. It turns out, ignorance is bliss. When I screwed up before, I could just chalk it up to, ooh, game controls equal bad. But now, I know when I f it up. Without too much trouble, we made it through the first half of tennis. But this is where it starts to ramp up. And oh my sweet scrinkly, I hate deuce with a burning passion. It felt like eternity, but we managed to come out on top. Suck on my big fat balls! Daisuke and Theo!
12 seconds later.
No! Oh! Shit! Oh! Shit! Man, I felt like I was slowly losing my sanity. If I don't beat this challenge today, then I probably never will. I mean, who even came up with this stupid... Oh yeah, I let Theo and his stupid 5-head-looking ass get to me. And we lost him. And that's the part, I still get points, because it knows it's bullshit putting me up against fucking almost 1,700 people. Why do they do that? Why? Why do they do that? I'm the tennis daddy, okay? I'm the tennis daddy, alright? I've been wearing this the whole stream, but no! Admittedly, our last day had a bit of a rough start, but who knows? Maybe we can turn it around? Luckily for us, it was time for Jerma to step up to the plate. I'm gonna be totally real, I don't feel like I learned a damn thing in my baseball training. I think I got a little bit more consistent with my home runs, but the key to this sport is still to tire out the pitcher with as many foul balls as you can hit. Baseball already takes the longest out of any of the sports to climb the professional rankings, so it's only fitting that the best strategy to use is to drag out the game for as long as humanly possible. This nugget of info carried the run. Did it make it any more enjoyable? Fuck no! This is still an RNG mess that at best is a timing minigame, and at worst is a game of rock, paper, scissors, but your opponent occasionally hits you with a 360 no-scope. The start of this baseball run was going okay. Not great, mind you, but Jerma was managing just fine. Until he wasn't. And I know I keep bringing it up, but the randomness of this video game increased how quickly the atoms in my body were moving around until I just couldn't take it anymore. The most infuriating thing that can happen in this sport is something we named the bingus shot. Oh my god. Sometimes when you hit the ball, that will just go straight down, bounce off the ground one time, and land directly into your opponent's mitt. To this day, I still have no clue how or why this happens, but no amount of training prevented the inevitable bingus shots. All the stress and nerves culminated in the closest game of baseball I have ever had. What? 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 I'll f***ing take it, dude. With this many close calls, I did not feel comfortable going straight into the next match. I loaded up a round of training mode, changed absolutely nothing about my gameplay, and suddenly started doing a lot better. How? Give me a home run. Oh! What the f happened in the last game that I played? Why? What? 2 in a row? Maybe I tilted the Wii remote 0.3 degrees in the Z axis, and that fixed everything. But even with all the bullshit this game has been throwing at me, we made it to the last match with only one loss. We can do this! We can do this! Whoa! 97! God damn it, no points yet. Get a home run! Get a home run! Yes! No! Come on! Yeah! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! And with that, Jerma pulled through. Our team really clutched it up too, because with only 2 points on the board, we had to have an ironclad defense. It's also poetry that it all ended with Theo up to bat. I'm still completely oblivious to how it happened, but we have our baseball badge. Now we just need to do tennis for the 3rd time. Our loss earlier today was still fresh on the mind, so we decided to use the rest of Lightning McQueen's life force to get some practice in. He might, die, but it's for the good of the team. I'm sure he'd understand. I wish earlier I was throwing for content, because that means that I would just be able to do this super easily, but I was not throwing for content. I wish I was. I really wish I was. Although this challenge was doing its best to give me a heart attack, when we got into the end game, a wave of nostalgia just crashed into me. This game was such a huge part of my childhood. It was the catalyst for so many good memories. It's kind of like being mad at a friend or a family member. Like, sure, you think they're being stupid in the moment, but you still love them and you're gonna forgive them. Or maybe not. Even with this nonsense, Lightning was doing it? As the points went up and up, my frustration for this video game rose exponentially. But something was different this time. All Lightning had left were the 3 Titans: Theo, Maria, and Elisa. And I hadn't even seen Elisa at this point, but I had a feeling. It dawned on me that this might be the last time that we ever see Theo. This man has plagued my existence for 5 weeks straight, but I'm finally free. As long as I don't lose. Please, for the love of God, don't lose. Oh my God. Yes! Okay. Game 1 done against Theo. Yes! Yes! Okay, we won against Theo! Holy shit! We're doing good with Lightning, huh? I really hope we have this good a run on a second character if Lightning loses. On to the next gatekeepers, and this match against Maria and Ava was essentially hell on earth. I don't know what kind of crack Nintendo was smoking when they put these two into the game, but they made this round of tennis look like an anime with how batshit insane their shots were. They beat me in deuce in the first round, just barely squeaking it out. In the next game, I was up 40-love. When they started scoring again and again, bringing it to their advantage, I had to play the best tennis I've ever played in my life. After a couple rallies, Maria flubbed and hit the net, getting me on the board. It was even, and we had to focus up. Another long round was headed our way. Oh, wait, it's over? Oh! Oh! We might be able to get enough points, even if we lose. Not saying I'm gonna lose, but even if we lose, we might be able to get enough points. We're gonna beat this Nuzlocke. It didn't take long to figure out why Elisa is at the top of the pack. Her net game is unlike any of the other Miis we've fought so far. Theo would be shitting his pants right now if he were up against her. Elisa took the first game, but we were this close. The second game was even closer, bringing us back to deuce. But a well-aimed return sealed the deal. We have one more game to determine who is the true champion of Wii Sports Tennis. A perfect full-court shot from Elisa. Love 15. A cheeky net play on the outside of the court. Love 30. An unfortunate out right off the line. Love 40. One more screw-up would lose us the game. But we can do it. A tricky shot leading to an out. 15-40. An impeccable power serve. 30-40. We are making a comeback. And then it happened. And with that, Lightning is dead. But wait. How many points? How many points? How many points did I get? How many points did I get? How many points? How many points? How many points? Yes! 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 Yeah! We became the very first Wii Sports Nuzlocke champions. I don't think there's anything that could be worse than losing the hero that brought us victory. He knew that he was on his last leg. He knew that he would bring us home. Rest easy, sweet child.
A few moments.
We did it! We did it! Lightning wouldn't want us to be sad. He would want us to relish this moment, this victory. Through hard work, through teamwork, through loss and sacrifice, our team banded together and achieved the unachievable. And I couldn't have done it without them. Rest easy, soldiers. And I'll see you in the next life. And I couldn't have made this video without you guys. Everyone who is in the live streams and everyone who's watching now, thank you. Thank you for the button.